I hear the voices inside my head, see voices behind the wall, uplifting the underdog, we fighting above the law.
Deep diving into these cases is like dancing with the devil. But when you dance with the devil doesn't change. He changes you.
Can you guys hear me okay? Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. Let me see here. Hi, Chris. Hi, Selena. Sorry I was late, you guys. Of course, I was going to change it to 7:15 and I forgot. And then, people came in and yes, got busy. Hi, MS Seeker. You can hear me okay? All right, perfect. Sonia, Rita, Angel. Welcome, members. We're doing a members live on Sunday. So we got, of course, this is Cotton Candy Boobs, Megs, and I think I threw Benny the link, but he's kind of busy this weekend. So if I have to step away for a minute, I will be right back. I'm at work. That's why I'm not going to be turning the camera on. I'm sorry. Hi, Ryan. Actually, let me find like a spot where I can go. I want you guys to see. I gave the girls some scissors and told them to cut my hair. Okay, wait. Give me a minute. BRB. Hey, you guys, welcome. Just give me another minute. Hey, Lori. Hi, Bailey. Hey, Wandering.
This one says perfect under.
You guys, hi, everybody. I will be with you in a moment. Just helping people at work. What was it? The deep space? Oh, there they are. Okay, so what flavor? Well, we just want to ring one up, right? I will be with you guys 1 minute. Wait, what? Khalifa Mint Blunt.
It is.
Okay, yes, okay. Here, sorry. Of course it would get busy for once when I'm trying to do this, right? Hi, Chai. Hi, you guys. Hi, hi, hi. So I wanted to talk. What are we hearing about? I thought it was weird that we're not getting SES polygraph results because that was done now a week ago yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Now let me go really quick. I'm trying to find it somewhere I could go, even though I know I just fucked up and everybody heard what I do for work, but whatever. Let's see if I can hide over here and you can see my hair. You see it? Cassidy did that. Max, hey sis, you got the link. Come on up here. I went to turn my camera off and I muted myself. Get up here so if I get a customer, like it's not so quiet. Okay. You guys like the hair? Awesome. Hi Eve. Hi Nanas. Hi everyone. Hanging out with me at work. So I'm going to play something really quick for you guys because we have Chris Proudfoot talking about $1 million questions. It's $1 million questions. And then he goes and he lists 2 different questions, but not one of them is where the hell is my stepson? If I have any $1 million questions, it's going to be where is my child? But that was not one of the $2 million questions that Chris Proudfoot has. So that's bizarre to me. But then I had a eerie, familiar feeling, which was Don Wells talking about his $1 million confessions. Remember, I want to stage $1 million confession on pay-per-view. Set it up for me, Share Bear, please. And then I'm going to talk all about my church. That's crazy. So his $1 million 2 questions he had, not one is, where is Sebastian? You kind of pair that with he takes off camping with mom and doesn't even look for his stepson Sebastian. So that to me is all very Wells like. Now, Seth falling asleep for the poly. I'm sorry, but I'm going to be the one to say that's weird. That's suspicious because it is. And I'm hearing that it was certain questions. So again, he's not the top of my list, though. The actual top of my list allegedly wasn't even home. You know, my top of the list ain't even Katie, who was there. Although how did Sebastian get out of that house? And I'm going to have to say the only thing that makes the most sense is that Katie Proudfoot, aka Sebastian's mother, aka the person who carried him for 9.5 months in her womb, drove that boy out of there knowing he was never coming back. That's the only thing that makes sense to me out of everything. Right? Sometimes it's the simplest answers. That's what we're told. Well, that is the simplest answer because we see that boy. Well, some people say they see that boy taking the garbage out, but then he goes in the house and poof, vanishes. He's not seen on nobody's cameras again, right? Just gone. Poof, vanishes in the thin air, except for we see Katie go out, who left the house because she had to drive around for her son that she reported missing. Whether she did that before, after, during, or whatever, calling Chris, I don't really know. But she left in her vehicle in that time frame. So that bitch drove her son out of that residence. There's just no way around it. That's quite literally the only thing that I feel confident in. Cotton candy boobs. You got to change it back because even the duty Ron loves it. It's already trying to end up like Summer. I mean, they really wish it would end up like Summer's case, and it is. I mean, it is what it is, right? Yes, we're gonna go over that. I can't really do much right here at work, right? But I just wanted to at least have a conversation, hang out with y'all. They should be, yes, Swits. They should be checked out for sure. That could be kind of like Madeline Soto. Well, the camera footage at the church that they said she was on before school, whatever. They thought it was Madeline Soto, but it wasn't. It looked like her, but the camera footage was too grainy. Well, in this case, we have Mom who's perfect with camera footage, and we got all military background and sheriff and law enforcement friends. And I mean, we even got ties to people and ex-wives that are life insurance adjusters for children with autism. That's weird. So the whole entire thing is weird, and somehow I'm the bitch because I'm asking all of the questions, okay? Because we're no friggy around here, right? So I'm asking all of the questions. That's what we do. Not to say, you know, sometimes Seth says or does weird things, but it doesn't mean he's my top suspect. I'm just pointing out that he does weird things. All of the rocks have to be overturned, all of them. And that's what the law does as well. You have to, so that you can, in your mind or your own, I guess, researching, clear what you think should be clear so you can continue your main focus on the things that do matter, right? That's why you try to clear what you can. But my thing is everyone is kissing Seth's butt. Oh, he fell asleep. Candace and Dawn fell asleep for theirs too. And it's fuck you, Dawn. Fuck you, Candace. You're a liar. That's weird. That's suspicious. But Seth Rogers does the same thing. Poor Seth. Now, the only difference is we do know Seth is out there searching. But it is the same results. We give the Wells hell for falling asleep during the poly and having to come back to redo polys. But somehow we don't have that same energy with Seth Rogers. That's weird. We have to be, if anything, we have to at least be consistent. And I might be a bitch, but I'm a consistent bitch, okay? I'm questioning it all. I'm looking at everything, everybody, everything. Everyone's on the table until, like, there's evidence and law says they're cleared. Well, then they're cleared. Oh, yeah. They sure did. Hey, sis.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you good.
All right.
Thank you for being a member, Dina.
Too long ago. It's about my bedtime.
I know, right?
And like you were saying about Seth falling asleep,
Mm.
I would have made sure that day was hands down perfect. I mean, you know, like, I'd make sure I was rested up and didn't take the medicine that sedated him. I think he done that on purpose, in my opinion. I don't care. Are we
Mm-hmm.
not gonna, is everybody not going to acknowledge Seth abused him too? And it's in documents.
It is, yeah. I am horse nut. Hello. It is
And
suspicious. It's suspicious
like
when
every
parents do
panel he's
it.
gone on has been, I need the funds, I need the resources, which he goes, money. He has like a 20-some thousand dollar GoFundMe allegedly. Plus all cash apps, PayPals, whatever.
Hmm.
Come on now. I'm not saying any of them took his life or nothing, but
Right.
none of them's innocent here. They all, Seth wants to point fingers at everybody. Point them at yourself for once, buddy. Sit the fuck down. You ain't innocent either.
No,
You knew all this,
everybody.
whatever was going on, allegedly, and you didn't take him sooner? Fuck
That's
out of
my
here.
problem. That's exactly my problem is I don't understand. Now men don't fight the system enough. We know this, but that's the time where you fight the damn system when
Mm-hmm.
you know what's going on. So I do wonder, and like, I don't understand the people that are mad at me for wondering, but yeah, I do wonder. And when not one, but two times there is sexual predators in that house, but still you don't have full custody of your son. That is, I can't make sense of that, sis. I can't. I
Me
don't know.
neither.
Because again, men don't fight the system enough, but that was all of the reasons where he should have won. But why
He
wouldn't
would have
he have?
got him. He would have
But
got
why?
him.
Right. But why wouldn't they have? Obviously he got help and stuff. No therapist or anything mentioned, well, maybe he should go with his dad right now. Megs.
And Chris passed his polygraph.
That's what I heard, but I haven't seen it. Chris
Yeah.
Proudfoot, well, here's the thing. A
But so did
psychopath
Charles
can
Manson,
pass
so
them.
if that tells you anything.
There you go.
Charles Manson did too. But still, you know, it's like, come on, it's not looking good, buddy.
He's too weird. Hold on. I think I saved. Let me see if I can find that little video. I tried to save it in here so I could pull it up while I was at work. Is it?
So I don't know why. I don't know why he walked out that door. It'd make more sense if we'd been fighting.
Or you'd been in trouble, but he hadn't been in trouble. So, I mean, the $1 million question, why did he go? And the other $1 million question is how.
How are you coping?
Suspect. I mean,
okay, that's weird,
but
right? So the $1 million question: how did he go, and why did he go? Not where is my son? Who took my son? That's not the $1 million. Why did he go? Because, well, it would have made more sense if we were fighting. Okay, well, that's the $1 million question. Why did he go? And she says he just walked out of here. That's so Don Wells and Candace Bly. Well, they took her over here and they went through this dog trail. I don't like people that already got the narrative, and it's to already steer people's brains and manipulate people.
Okay. So does Chris and Katie have to pay bills, you know? And they got ran out of their home. Nobody's going to talk about that. Seth ain't got nobody at his home harassing his family and shit. This goes both ways, y'all. This ain't a one-way street here. It is.
No, it can't be.
Seth also harmed Sebastian's head. Said that his head just fell in his hand. Bullshit. How does a child's head just fall in your hand? Get the fuck out here.
Wait, what?
I'm tired of biting my tongue and nobody wants. Yeah.
Yeah, because nobody wants to hear it.
Because nobody wants to say Seth. He's put on this perfect persona because he's looking. Yeah, he's looking. I give him that. But also, the guilty dogs bark the loudest.
Yeah, that's the thing. like I'm seeing everything that I want to see, and I wish I saw in other cases, but at the same time, there was a point where I started questioning myself, like, he's going around a little too much. Like when he's trying to hit 20 streams and then he's like, well, I can't be on the phone all day or I'll never get no searching done, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? I'm kind of seeing the same thing as the Wells. Like, when are you searching? Kind of like is,
Right.
but he is getting the people out there. Are they still? I don't know. I know he's doing the petition. He wants FBI involved and everything. And people would say, well, if he's guilty, why would he do that? And that's a great question. I don't know.
Well, it would be the same as the people that show up at prayer vigils and stuff, the guilty ones.
Good point,
There
Music
you
City
go.
Mom. Seth is the
Mhm.
one planning the searches, where to search, and
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
Or the fact that Chris even had to tell Seth, we're not going to do a GoFundMe. Like, that has bothered me since he said it.
Wait, what did he say? He said we're not gonna have a GoFundMe?
Yeah, they made an agreement that they wouldn't do a GoFundMe. And then Seth's sister ended up making it.
and law enforcement, TBI, whatever, told Seth not to take a polygraph with Nancy Grace, and he did anyway. He's totally went against TBI and all that, totally went against them. Then he wants to get on YouTube and cry because law enforcement don't tell him nothing. Well, no fucking wonder. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Shut up.
You can tell when he slipped things that he wasn't supposed to. Like when he was like,
He's admitted
they've
it.
got no evidence. It's like, wait, you're telling us right now the law's got nothing, and you can tell he wasn't supposed to fucking say that.
Hey,
Oh, hello.
Cha says that
Proudfoot.
FBI have been involved since Jump Street. She don't understand why there's a petition. Right. Why is there a petition when we don't know what's going on?
Can he not just like call FBI up? Like, what is the petition for? I know it's to get attention, yeah, but
To
can't
get FBI to
he
take
just
over the
call
case.
up the FBI? Like, my kid is missing. Keep hopping state lines. Can you please?
I mean, TBI's on it, so you think FBI's. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know how all
isn't
that
the
works. But
Secret Service or whatever on it? So why wouldn't FBI be on it?
that's for like
Mm.
money laundering and stuff.
Mm.
My homie aunt. That's right.
Wait,
I love her.
Secret Service was involved because of something about money laundering?
Yeah, that's why they were investigating it in the beginning. Yeah.
Hey, Trulia.
Trulia, we got Megs on here. That's crazy.
Who cares if Seth has a GoFundMe? Well, I care.
I kind
that
of
kinda-
don't.
Because
But I
I do,
kinda do.
because Sarah, all these cases when money gets involved, it takes away from Sebastian or Summer, or it does.
But he is the one. So he was at work until this happened and then didn't go back to work. But does he have the
What
option
about
to go
Katie
to
and
work and he's
Chris?
just not, or what? He's out there in the woods from like 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. or what?
I don't know.
Right. And if
Or,
we're going
like,
to talk about
can he
He's
go
stuff,
just
back
a
to work
correctional
if he
officer at a
wants?
jail. He's not a
Yeah.
sheriff like everybody's saying. That's bullshit.
No, I always
too.
no. He's a corrections officer, right?
Yeah, correctional officer.
Something like that. Yeah, correction officer.
Yep.
Yeah, he hired private investigators, and yeah, I don't know.
Fritz, I'm not saying he's perfect either, and I do agree he's upset. I do, and I'm not denying that. And he is out there looking. I'm not denying that. But
Mhm.
come on, let's point out his red flags too, because they're going off in my head. And I can't be biased on this. I can't do it.
And you can't ignore
Right.
them. They're
You
there
gotta
for a
talk
reason.
about everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be the one to say it. Seth is sus, Chris is sus, and Katie is sus. All of them. Katie is the least sus to me. I'm sorry, she is.
Like, I thought that way till I realized that bitch drove her own kid away from that house. I know she did. There's no convincing me that Katie Proudfoot did not drive away with her son in the vehicle with her. And the fact that she is being too whatever, like, I get domestic violence and everything, and I do feel for her, but at the same time, that is your only kid, Katie, and you're doing nothing. Like me, I'm not caring. I'm taking the lashing that's coming to me, whatever. I don't know, because you have so much public eye and stuff on you. Yeah, something bad could still
I
happen
agree,
to you.
Cha. Chris is doing wells with money. I agree. But Chris is a piece of shit.
Yes.
He's a narcissistic, abusing piece of shit.
Yes, he
Yeah.
is.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all pieces of shit, in my opinion. Because where was Seth when that little boy got essayed? And he got on YouTube and broadcasted it.
That did not need to be
Victimized
put
that
out.
baby.
No,
Right.
because here's the thing. He gets found now and he goes home. Now you just told the whole world his personal information. That's why I don't think none of them think that
Just to
Sebastian's
make
actually
the other
coming home.
parents look bad.
Or
You
why
don't
would you do that?
Why wouldn't you squash all your past beefs, whatever, and work as a team to find your son?
Right.
Yep, they can't do that though.
And then he wants to cry, oh, law enforcement's not telling me it. I don't blame him. I wouldn't either, because you won't shut the fuck up. Sorry. And you got $27,000 in GoFundMe money and cash apps and PayPals and Venmos and you name it.
Wait.
That boy's probably got 50,000 fucking
Did he
dollars
raise
more.
that much? He raised that
His
much?
sister.
Like he
Well, every
raised
time he
that
goes
much
on
or
a
he's
panel and
asking
stuff,
for that much?
or anything, like we've ran his damn cash app and shit in here. I don't know. Let me see here. I'll get it.
That's
But
crazy.
come on, that's too much fucking money. I don't care if
Mhm.
Katie does like Chris. Oh fucking well. They're still not working either. They're having to go to campgrounds and shit. I don't care who's got more money or whatever. This has impacted all of them's life.
I didn't
And
know
one of them
who-
is not any better.
Sis, who said that
opinion.
there was a pact to not make a GoFundMe?
That was a pact
Seth
in the
said it.
beginning. Yeah.
Well,
Seth
so
said
they
it.
all sat around and had a conversation. Should we fundraise or not? No,
Yes.
let's not. That'll make us look suspicious. Don't fundraise.
Yep, it was at their house when he first
And
went
Katie
missing.
and Chris still haven't asked for a
What?
dime.
No, and Chris is back at work?
I'm not sure.
Or supposedly?
Because I know they've had to leave their house because of harassment. So, I mean, I do get that now, I do get it.
I don't know. I still
And we don't know
couldn't.
what they've done that's not on YouTube because they're not on YouTube blabbing it.
Right?
Kelly B, place to be, thank you. I mean, everybody wants to take up for Seth. I get it because he's looking. I get it. Yes. Kudos to him for that. And I've always gave him kudos for that. But you know what I mean?
But
I
when
don't care.
things aren't right, we're allowed to talk about when things aren't right. We don't have to kiss people's butt because everyone else is kissing their butt and loves him and he's doing everything right. We don't do that over here, people. They did have a conversation, and Seth's sister made the GoFundMe. Well, it shouldn't be about her. Like, why did she
I think
make
he
it?
just right. Just because he can't say, well, I didn't make it. I didn't
When
do it.
you
My
have a
sister did.
GoFundMe, you have to set up a bank account on there. So, like,
That's the
whose bank
loophole they
account
went
is
through,
set up with the
so
GoFundMe?
it wouldn't make Seth look bad. Because he made the pact with Chris and Katie that they wouldn't do one.
That's weird.
And then
So he
when
say,
Chris
I didn't do it, my
confronted him,
sister
he said
did.
he didn't do it. His sister did it.
Okay, so it's his sister's. Well, then he should be if he didn't want it, he can tell GoFundMe, listen, I don't want this. Take it down. I don't agree with my sister doing it. So clearly he hasn't done that. And also, whose bank account is registered to that GoFundMe then?
Hold on,
His
I was gonna
sister's or his? Like, how is that working? And does she have to keep a percentage?
It would have
'cause
to
she's
be
the one
sisters, wouldn't it? Whoever's name
doing
it's
it.
in, it'd have to be. I don't know. I've never
I'm
had
not
one.
sure. I'm not quite sure how that will work.
I don't know, but come on, y'all.
Yeah, and the reasoning
They
was
all
because Seth was going to be out of
failed
work.
that boy.
Yes. Yep.
They all failed him. But nobody wants to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what? The people that goes live about this every day and stuff, that's their cash cow. That's their new summer whales. Cha-ching, let's get Seth up here. Cha-ching, we'll kiss Seth's ass and get him some money and we'll make even more money. No, fuck out of
Yeah.
here. Fuck out of here.
Exactly.
Kelly B, place to be. I agree. I agree.
Yep, Patty Ponytail, that's right too.
Yep. See, he's going through all these loopholes where it's not in his name. So he can say, well, I didn't do it. They done it for me. I didn't know. No, motherfucker, you know. You work at a jail. Come on, you know. You know how to work the system.
They all got red flags.
Sorry, my dog started barking. Winnie, hush.
I just hear babies chirping.
I hear them too. And I did see your eggs today, Megs. I've had a headache. I shouldn't even be up here, honestly. And I've done took my meds, so. I said, remember that night I said I'd never do that, and here I am.
Yeah.
Those were some big ass eggs. He's got friends in low places. Anonymous, thank you. They all do. None of them's innocent in this. Even if they're just guilty of failing that child.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
Hey, God made the donkey.
I never heard that, Rita.
Selena, I don't know about the PIs. I know there's a PI. I don't know if Chris or Seth got it or what. Heather, I think is her name. Heather the PI. Have y'all heard that?
Yes. I can't remember where I watched. It was on a news channel.
I don't give a fuck how expensive it is. Come on, this isn't the only person missing child case. I mean, y'all, come on. A spade is a spade here. Wake up. Seth got the PI. If he can afford a fucking PI, come on. You're supposed to be using that money to pay your mortgage and shit, not get a fucking PI. I got to mute a minute. Megs, take over.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, we got to talk all the talk, not just part of it.
And I've never said that Seth is the reason Sebastian is forever missing, so don't get my words twisted in chat.
Sorry to hear that about your kitty.
Okay.
Chai, that's funny.
I mean,
It's been
Kelly,
debunked.
the moral thing to do would be not to charge when looking for a missing child or anybody, you know?
Yeah, I get like the companies, like
Emma,
let's say
Emma's,
Equisearch, I
Emma
understand
is not
them needing
credible.
donations, but yeah, the family's got to stop with doing all of that. Which sucks because if anyone's deserving, but you know what I mean? Like it doesn't look good. Because then it's like, well, did they get money for why their kid is missing? Well, no. But then you see, well, they're getting, 20, 30, 40, whatever, $1,000 in fundraising. Like, well, is that the form of payment? Like, we don't know. And I have a conspiracy mind, so it goes everywhere.
I agree.
Seth got
You
the
never
PI.
know.
And yeah, I know Emma Crime Stories Obsessed put out that
He's not
guy
credible.
had Sebastian, whatever. Now, if it was me, I would know it was fuckery. That would have just went to the law,
And
and I
then
never would have
did
put
you
it on my
see who
channel.
ran with it this morning and what she done with that?
Oh,
That's crazy. Another distraction. Yeah, I didn't care
Doxed a
for
whole
that.
other family that she has no clue about.
Wait, what?
Don't get me started on her. Don't get me
Smiley,
started.
What
go watch her
happened?
law from this morning. Because there's a guy claiming he has Sebastian, and Oklahoma.
Right.
Well, Smiley started messaging this dude and like threatened him and all kinds of fucking shit. Said she was Sebastian's friend, and she got on YouTube before she called the police or
What?
anybody. Yeah,
What?
and
Why?
she, I guess her crew, because I don't think she's smart enough to dig on people actually, but they dug on that dude and doxed his family, names, everything.
It wasn't even
Yeah.
the right guy?
No, I think it's just an overseas hacker wanting money.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they ended up doxing the guy that was sharing the messages, but it wasn't even him that was saying he had Sebastian, which I knew. I can't believe other people were doxing the wrong person because I went right
No,
away and messaged
She
the
doxed
original guy.
the guy's name, the Marcus, whatever it was on there.
Yeah, Marcus Sells or whatever, yeah.
Her crew dug on him and dug up his family. There is a guy with that name in Oklahoma. And she
What?
doxed his family's names, yes.
Yeah.
And like threatened him and shit. Yeah. On live stream. That's fucking low, man. Smiley needs to lay off that fucking booze.
Well, Smiley just doesn't care. She gets stuff fed to her and then she runs with it, just like
She
she
don't
did
bet
with
nothing,
I was
just like
talking to
Emma.
her son, which is bullshit. And she still never showed that I was talking to her son, by the way, because it never happened.
Yeah. How
So what's he
anybody
want the
finds that
private
woman credible? She's manic. She needs to lay off the fucking booze.
What does he want the private investigators for, Seth? What did you guys hear? What does he want them for?
Thank you, Smelly.
I'm not
Smiley
sure.
is trash. That's my favorite name.
Her name is terrible.
I love it. Smiley is losing it. Instead of having like Sebastian's information rolling across the bottom of her screen, she's got her merch information.
Yeah.
Buy my merch. Buy my merch.
What?
Bitch, buy you some new teeth that ain't falling out every time you talk.
Yeah, get on my level. Who's Ziggy? No, Smiley. They're all terrible.
Fuck her. I'll never. Like I told you, just don't let the same snake bite you twice. Don't do it.
I mean, we got. So yeah, there's that.
She's a snake, and she'll bite any of you.
He thinks he knows where his son is, but needs help to find him.
Right.
Kathy, that's fucking weird to me.
If he knows, go to law
What?
enforcement.
Yeah,
Law
call
enforcement will help him. TBI will help him. EquiSearch would help him.
Same words Don used. He knows where Summer is.
Yep. True.
That's crazy.
There's a lot of people obsessed with Summer Wells, not just Prayer Garden.
No.
What Prayer Garden do now?
Somebody said, well, you have Prayer Garden obsessed with Summer Wells.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Well, Smiley was until this new cash cow came along, Sebastian. Now you don't really even hear her talk about Summer.
Yeah, I noticed. I don't see a lot of people talking about her now. There isn't much.
Everybody's forgot about poor little Summer.
Hey, what do you think about Sorry, I got my phone in my pocket because I sweep up the store. What do you think about White Boy Radio saying he's got Candace's polygraph results, but he refuses to share them publicly?
I am not commenting on that dude. I don't want nothing to do with him. It's all you, Megs.
We don't have to comment on him at all, but just the fact that someone has them and they're refusing, even though they're the mouthpieces for the family, to share them online. Interesting.
Yeah.
No comment. I want no part of that dude.
But if she passed it, he'd be putting that shit all over town, right?
You know it. 100%.
Right? And calling everybody out. I can't say right now without feeling like I sound like PG.
Mother and daughter, I haven't forgot about Summer either. I play a clip of her on every live stream I do. And it don't take much. Just play a clip of her. Put her picture up. Something. No. People's forgot about her. Because she's not making as much money as Sebastian is.
Exactly. Yes.
And her parents aren't.
You see these creators, some of them go live every single day for hours at a time on Sebastian. hours and hours and hours. And it's like, oh my God, do you ever fucking sleep?
But again,
No wonder you're
there's
called
not-
tragedy pimps, because you are. I mean, even there's a couple creators I like that are tragedy pimps. I like them as a
There is.
person. I don't like what they do.
I think the top one at this point is
Yeah, I am
Friggy.
feisty.
Friggy. Who's gonna marry
I'm
up
around-
Seth?
What are you, new? Of course she's feisty.
Right. They must be new because this is me. It's called passionate.
We all feisty.
Wait, who said that?
Swits.
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 We're gonna make you feisty too.
She is feisty. That's why we keep her around.
Yeah, I don't even know. You new folks. Fuck around and find out. Ain't no smile around. It's fuck around, bitch.
I think we were all thinking of summer, in fact, going through with Sebastian. That's what I like to do, because there is so much alike in the cases where compare them, because there's nothing new in Summer's case, but we can compare all the fuckery that's alike, and it helps keep both names and faces of
And
these children out
TBI
there.
is involved in both. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, what's going on in Tennessee, you know? But no,
This
everybody's
baby
just
didn't
stuck
baby right.
on.
For real,
Sebastian.
what is going on, TBI? Like, what the hell? And remember, it was always weird to me when that agent said to me, I just need you to understand, Cher, like, we really are doing everything we can. Like, in the conversation, it just hit me like, damn, you listened to the live streams, because I was calling them out so hard. But it's like, well, what are they doing? And you got Seth that slipped and said they've got no evidence. So what's really going on? Everyone's taking back the dogs hit, the dogs didn't hit, including Seth is walking back conversations. Why does TBI not want them polygraphing? It's weird. Well, maybe because, you know, Seth doesn't look great after this. And I'm sorry, but he doesn't. Not unless it comes out and says that he passed now. Because now it's coming out Chris Proudfoot passed, but Seth, the one who's been the loudest, is inconclusive. And that's fucked up.
Yep.
Right. He wanted to point fingers and point fingers. But now,
Yep.
look, you're sitting in the seat where you were fucking directing the traffic to, trying to take the heat off your
Yep.
ass.
That's just the truth of it. Yeah. And we
Bit
can't
in the
ignore
ass.
it. Because again,
one yet.
And but nobody wants to talk about Seth failing his and falling asleep. Nobody's talking about it. It's just
exactly.
okay. It's cool. If that had been
they'd
Chris,
say it if
everybody
it was
would
Dawn and
taking
Candace.
pitchforks at him.
Yep.
If it was Chris, they would be. He would have. Yeah, you know.
Yep. Anyone else, they would not be kissing his butt just like they are to Seth. But Seth
Yep.
pretty much can get away with murder and everyone's kissing his butt.
Yep. Because he's looking, and kudos to him. Yes, I thank God somebody is looking for this child. You know, but come on.
But
They say
like,
all of them's not a criminal case if they ain't got no evidence, Kathy.
let me just be the bitch then and say, like, is he out there looking?
Okay, I want that.
But
Like,
I think
how
it sounds
is
like
a
he's got people doing it
distraction?
for
Are you
him.
going to the right spot? Like, are you
People doing it for
purposely
him
going
isn't
in the
him
wrong
out there
spot?
searching.
But if he was, I don't know. Let's see you on live, Seth. Let's go out there for hours with your phone on live stream and show us what you're doing to find this child. Because we've not seen really no proof of that. All we've seen is the Cash App gang gang.
JLR running around after him,
Yeah, JLR, like in the bushes.
coming out of the bushes.
Which I love JLR. No hate.
I'm sorry. I love when Benny makes the videos that parody JLR.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Benny's the best. I love him. That's our bro. Good point, Todd. They had to suspect a criminal act for an Amber Alert.
There's an Amber Alert for Sebastian?
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
do they do an Amber
I got
Alert?
the-
I guess I didn't remember that. Do they
Yeah,
do
the
an
flyer
Amber
that's going
Alert
around everywhere.
if he walks, or do they do an Amber Alert if they think that he was put in a vehicle? How does that work? Amber Alert if he
I don't
walked
know.
away?
I don't know.
Because like Dawn and Candace
I think
anyway
you have
needed
to wait
bring
like
a
so many
vehicle.
hours, don't you, to consider a child like missing and not a runaway?
Right, I don't know.
Rock painting lady, I pray he is, but I have a feeling he's not.
Yeah, same.
Nor is
I
Summer.
don't think so. Yeah.
Hopefully him and
I don't
Summer's
think he
taking care
is.
of each other if that's the case, you know, and
Yep.
You got the Amber Alert? What the fuck? Like, I'm here alone, but I just fucking heard somebody talking. Or wait, no, it's the radio. Damn. Yeah,
You should
that's
have seen.
okay. Oh, Amber Alert. Yeah, that's another thing. He should be on meds, but he didn't take his meds. He's so high functioning. Wouldn't he know he takes meds every day? Like, wouldn't he want to take his meds? Take his phone? That's the thing. He took nothing. He didn't even take his Switch.
he didn't even. I mean, they said that all his shoes were accounted for. They haven't said that he didn't have shoes on, but if they were accounted for, I don't know. I don't think he had shoes on, but I can't prove that.
Yeah. No, no.
It wasn't an Amber Alert mouse.
All his shoes were accounted for. Well, you know what I was saying earlier? The Jennifer Soto case where they're like, I don't know, and they tried to make it. I think that was possibly not. I think it was Jen Soto, Madeline Soto's mom, running around that church to make it look like Madeline Soto being
If
alive.
all three of these are completely innocent in this, the only other thing that I could think of is where he played those online video games, Minecraft, that he was lured out. That's the only other but he would put shoes on or take his phone and, I don't know.
Right? Oh, shit. I took the shoes off, I took them back so it would look like. Oh,
Mother and daughter, he did at his dad's house. He played with his dad's friends online.
Yeah. One of them was named Taco or something, or I remember correctly.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, they did. They said he didn't play games online.
Hey, Marty.
Basically, his phone could only
He did it,
text
sis.
and call.
Sounds like he got away with whatever he wanted, it says.
Mm-hmm. But
And the Amber Alert was put out 3 days after, somewhere
Seth
around that.
is the one
And Seth
who
didn't
said
start looking
that
at
he
first,
didn't play
sis.
online.
Do you know that?
What?
When he first went missing, Seth didn't go looking. It took a couple days, 2 or 3 or something.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Spitz, that's funny.
Wait, how do you, wait, I never heard that.
Yeah, I heard that in the beginning.
I didn't, okay, I need to hear, I want to hear that.
Hi, Marty.
Because that's weird. The first 3 days are what matters with a missing kid, with any missing person.
If a child wants to get on the internet, they're going to get on the internet.
Yeah, that's true. At school or with
Especially
somebody.
if it's just mom and him at home and stepdad's out of town working all the time. Their
Maybe.
rooms are on opposite sides of the houses. Come on.
Well, like, unless they had some kind of, like, lock on it so he couldn't.
Oh, mother and daughter. Down syndrome people are my favorite people. I've said this so many times. I love them. They're so happy all the time and innocent and lovable. See, Kathy, I heard different.
Yeah.
Right, Selena. I don't see him going without shoes either after stepping in fire ants. Because once you step in them fuckers, you don't go outside without shoes on.
No, I was attacked by them when I was little.
Me too. I've been attacked in my adulthood too, and I learned.
Yeah.
he could have had an extra phone they don't know about. I don't think so. I think that household was ran very militant, you know, very militant. Again, I don't even think he got a hold of his own little phone enough to contact his dad whenever he wanted. I don't think he was allowed to just contact Seth. I think he had to go through Katie, who had to go through Chris to decide when he was allowed to call or talk to his dad. But I might be wrong on that because that's one of the biggest questions I have. How accessible was Sebastian's phone to him? Obviously not very, because he didn't take it with him. And what 15-year-old these days is running away without their cell phone?
Marty, I
sis.
agree.
Huh.
I've always felt
I
that
have
way.
the GoFundMe pulled up. You want me to share screen?
If
Because
you
it's like a
can, yeah.
$25,000 goal.
Yeah, wait, what? Yeah, if you can
Yeah,
pull it
hold
up.
on. Yeah, I
Oh,
can.
shit. Hi, Rock. Welcome. Sorry, it's just like
Can y'all see that?
chit chat.
Where'd
Oh,
it go?
here,
Here.
hold on. There we go.
Yeah, look at the goal there,
Wait,
25,000.
so they raised.
And it's still going because look, 12 hours ago, people just donated. He's got a steady cash flow, buddy. Cha-ching.
Wait, okay, so he wants the $25,000. So he's almost to his goal.
But I don't think it started out that much. I think they've changed that
They
goal.
kept upping it. You can,
I'm
you
not
can,
sure because I didn't follow this. I didn't donate to it. I
you
learned
can
about
go in
donating
there
to
and
these
change it,
things.
yeah, and edit it and whatever. Because I did it for my
Yep.
teeth, remember?
Yeah, I know you can change the goal, but it's 25,000. And look, he's almost there.
Hi, sis.
Hi, Tammy.
Tammy, oh my God. It was at
Tammy.
20, Alan said. And it was probably lower than that.
One second.
Mother and daughter YouTube? That's a good point. I don't know. I could see Chris being a motherfucker about punishments. Like,
Yeah, I mean, he was spanking the poor kid with his pants down. Well, he says
oh,
pants
Music
up.
City said it started at 5,000, sis. Music
What?
City is there close to this case, yeah.
Okay, so sister's running it. Okay, so whose bank account is on that? Is it the
Here,
sister's? Is
I'm
she
gonna
keeping a
put it full
percentage?
screen, okay, so we can see it better.
Yeah, do that.
There you go. See, Sister Sarah.
That's crazy.
What else is that? Sarah Swank is organizing this
Sarah Swank.
fundraiser.
Is this a real sister? That just sounds like a pseudo.
Hello, my name is Sarah Swank. I am
Yeah.
the aunt of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, and the sister of Seth Rogers. As many of you know, my nephew Sebastian has been missing since the early hours of the morning on Monday, February 26th. Since Monday morning, my brother has been out of work as he continues this heartbreaking journey to find his son. With that said, I would like to reach out to see if we can pull together to help him a little financially. Unfortunately, the bills do not go away in this situation.
On a house.
Any little bit would help take that stress off of him. I would like to thank you in advance for your donations, to your prayers, and continued search and fight to bring Sebastian home. So when did this? Oh, and she's in Texas.
He's using that money to pay private investigators. Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, and
okay.
hotels and all this. It was created February 29th.
Okay, 3 days
Sebastian went
after
missing the
his son
26th.
went missing.
Yeah, that's too soon.
That's crazy. That's within
Because he was gonna be
72
out of work.
hours. That's your first thing is I need a GoFundMe.
Right. You're not even knowing if you're going to find him or not. I mean, he could still be a runaway at this point.
Yeah.
In the first
Yeah.
And you
They
wouldn't have to
agreed
take
not
off that
to-
much work.
Right.
So, yeah,
In the
that's
first day, they
exactly
made
right.
that agreement.
Alan, the
First day-
person that made the GoFundMe can move the goal, yes.
That's
Hey, Nikki.
crazy. Nikki Two Poles. Okay, so we don't like that.
Right,
And
yeah,
guess what? We
I
don't
could live
have
off
to like that.
$25,000 for a year.
3 days. So was he always planning on having this? Oh, that's so weird. Okay. Well, we don't
Yeah.
like that, do we?
That's why I never donate to these things. They're always sus to me. When money gets involved, I'm out.
His Cash App,
Right.
that's not even what's on Cash App. That's just what we can see publicly on GoFundMe.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Y'all.
Imagine the PayPal, the
This
Venmos, the
dude
Cash App
probably
that we don't
got like
see.
probably 50K right
At
now,
least.
legit.
At least. And he's been on Josh's. He's been on
They don't take a
Dolly's.
big chunk, Try, because
He's
I
been
did
everywhere.
GoFundMe and they don't take a whole lot. That's why people choose GoFundMe, because they actually take less than,
Thank you,
I think,
Giselle.
even like PayPal or
I agree.
something.
Right.
They don't
Tammy.
take a lot.
The PI is free. He's getting the PI for free, so he can't use that. He used it on that.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I forget that you can highlight stuff, sis, so I'm like tripping
We get
out.
all excited and
Yeah. I'm like
yeah, I
trying to
wouldn't give him
highlight it.
any
You
money
already
either, too,
highlighted it.
like you met him at the Vigil Music City. What kind of vibe did you get from him?
Who they meet?
Seth, I think.
Seth? Oh.
Ron finds truth. I think her name's Heather.
Yes, it is.
Cash App is bank because they don't charge you shit for that. PayPal takes a little fee, but yeah, Cash App big game.
Ryan, we're smelling that it could be the same ones from another case, right? But I don't think it's the same ones. But do they all
No,
have connections?
I
don't
think
know.
her name's Heather. I'm not sure.
If anyone else can smell what Mullen is cooking, I can. I think he's definitely involved in this case. I
He
feel
told
he's
everyone to stop
definitely
giving to the
reached out,
attorney. I don't
right?
even see where you can give to the attorney. All I see is Cash App Gang Gang and GoFundMe and
So on the GoFundMe, I'm sorry, I can't really read it right now. What is the main thing that they're asking for on the GoFundMe? Like, why is the GoFundMe up, says Sister? To help him pay his bills or what?
yeah, it says their inscription.
Yes. Because
Because
he
he
was
has
going
to
to
take
be
off
out of
work
work.
and this and that. But he's getting these
Okay.
hotel rooms, which I get it. He lives a few hours away. But to save money, I would be driving that every day. You're already exhausted, but put a few more hours on there.
Mm-hmm.
He's like not that far, like to where he has to get a hotel every night. The dad hasn't worked in 2 months. What about the mama? She ain't either.
But see, that's weird to me. None of them are working, right? Chris says he's working.
I don't think
but,
so.
like, is he?
Probably
And the
not like
mom's
he
not
was.
working?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's
Because
got
he's
her
been
van.
spotted at the camper with Katie. You know what I'm saying? They're not
working. Unless they're gonna let Chris or
They're all
Seth
hurting
take the
over
heat.
this.
They're gonna let
And they
Seth take
agreed
the
in the
heat.
beginning to not do this. And look,
Yeah, because his Cash App is out there. Whatever other payment forms are out there.
I don't care whose family's wealthy. I don't care who's doing this. They're all the parents in this. They've all been affected. They've all lost money in this. Seth isn't the only one, you all. Stop taking up for him. It is what it is. It's called a spade here. Y'all wonder why people get upset. I'm going to say it. I thought y'all were smarter than this.
What the fuck? Well, and I don't know why, but people, they expect us to say what they like. And, we're not kissing nobody's butt because, again, everybody is a suspect. Nobody has been cleared. And, like, people are going to feel mighty dumb.
Seth being on the spectrum has nothing to do with this, Switz, if he is on the spectrum. It has nothing to do with this. He's able to work at a jail, being a correctional officer stuff. He can drive there. He's good. That ain't got nothing to do with this. Chris is taking advantage. You mean Seth, Kelly?
Seth. Yeah.
Because Chris and Katie has not took a dime off this. Yeah, I thought you meant that, Kelly. You're good. I agree. He's seen the money, and that's why he went on. He's been on all kinds of panels. Every one, but this one, I think.
I mean, did Chris have a feeling he was going to do that, and that's why he made that agreement?
Maybe.
I mean,
That's interesting why, first thing they're having a family meeting about setting up fundraising. And to me, I just feel like I wouldn't think about that. I don't know, not in 3 days anyways, but like, I understand people needing
not for
a
nothing,
hand.
though. I would help my ex-husband if he was out searching every day and I had the money to give him because he's going to be out of work. I would give him money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but would you give him money or would you be like, let me comp a hotel room for you, or let
Right.
me, like,
Chris
how
and
much
Seth
is your
both was at work,
dinner?
Lori.
That's
Something
what I'm
like
saying.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
No, he's fucking taking advantage of this. I'm sorry. Whenever I started seeing the GoFundMe's and shit, that's whenever I was like, it's, I've felt this from the beginning. And then everybody's like, oh, I love him, you know. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to give him a chance, you know, because he is looking and all this, but I just can't hold it back anymore. Nobody wants to
No.
talk about the red flags with Seth here. And remember, it is documented he has abused his son as well.
Yeah.
I
Not
don't
just
get it.
Chris.
Everyone is like, well, he was on camera at work. That's great. I'm glad he was on camera at
Well,
work.
so
but
was Chris. Chris was
but-
accounted for at work.
Okay. Well, no, his is a little bit different than Seth's, so from what I hear.
Oh, his checked out. Chris's did.
But who said Seth
How?
was seen on camera?
Because
though?
I just heard that they were going by a cell phone ping. You can leave your phone wherever you want and make a phone
Right.
call, so I don't buy that.
Oh, no, but
And
if
I
he
don't
was
buy
working a
Seth
crane
either.
operator, I mean, that's kind of hard to lie about.
Well, that's
He
the
could have
thing.
left the phone, you know,
I
back and
heard
forth.
one
He
of
could have, yes.
Chris's
But
coworkers say that Chris was not there that day, that he actually left early in the morning on that day on the 26th or on the 25th, whatever.
people are
What-
wanting to keep criticizing Chris and stuff, and that's why I'm taking up for him. I am going to take up for him. I mean, he's a piece of shit, yes, but right's wrong. Sorry.
There's a difference between being a piece of shit and whatever and being
And standing for
a
what's right and what's wrong.
murderer. Yeah, or
Yeah.
not a murder, like, you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
someone who maybe took out his stepson or something. But yeah,
How do you know, Lori? How do you know Seth is no Chris?
Right. He could be a covert narcissist. You don't never know
Nobody
them.
knows.
The only people it knows is only the people that live with them.
yeah,
Exactly.
we only know what Seth wants us to see.
We're gonna talk about everything, not just what you guys want to hear.
Tell it, Megs.
But the guy does have a track record of 5 wives. I mean, true, Music City. And people want to keep saying, oh, he's a deputy sheriff. He ain't no fucking sheriff.
No.
Wait,
Well, is
what?
he a deputy sheriff in the jail? Because that's what I heard.
Right. He's
No.
a fucking correctional officer.
He's a
deputy.
correction officer.
Okay.
But the thing is, like, correction officers, we guys, you know how the system works. And from what I hear, Seth is a very well liked from the inmates. And so, like, yeah,
Yep.
he
And
could
when
be
you're
seen
doing
on
that, then
camera.
you're doing shit you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah. You
For the
can be seen on
inmate.
camera all day long, but who did you talk to who can network and stuff on the low and
Nobody
do the
wants
dirt,
to talk
you know?
about none of this. It's
Nobody
all
wants to
Seth-
talk about it.
It's all Chris and Katie. No, let's talk about Seth.
No, that's too taboo. You don't want to do that unless you want to get bashed. Here we go. Shares
I
an
don't care.
animal
Come for me. I
torturer.
said what I fucking said.
Kara
Y'all know what
abandoned her
Doja Cat
kids.
said?
Now you got that song in my head.
Yeah, we're just gonna continue get
Bobby
bashed
Joe?
for going
Yep.
against the grain.
We have gave Seth kudos for searching, yes. But you know what? I can't say I wouldn't leave that house either if I was fucking getting harassed and people coming to my house. And
That's true.
you don't know the hell they went through at that house. I agree, Kelly. You're right. And all you got to do is have a high school education to be working in jail like Seth does. And we don't know if Chris and Katie are searching because they're not on the internet clout
We
chasing or
literally
whatever.
have no idea. Right.
We don't. They shut the fuck up. They went on a few panels, and after that, they was like,
Oops.
Right, to unearth. Yeah, with that haircut, you'd be able to. Yeah, he ain't no sheriff. No way.
Okay, what do I got?
Right, Sherilyn, we have no idea what they're doing. See, Ty, it's different where I'm from. You have to go to the police academy to be a cop.
Right, Kathy.
Giselle gifted 5 memberships. Thank
Oh
you,
my
Giselle.
gosh. Thank you, Giselle. Hold up, wait a minute. Hold on. see if I'm okay right here.
I agree, Kathy. I don't get a warm feeling for none of them. The one I do get the warm feeling from is Katie.
You can't see anything, can you? Okay.
I feel for Katie only because she's with a narcissistic piece of shit. And I know
Yeah,
how
I
it is.
feel
And,
that too. Yep. But I'm also low key mad at her though. I can't.
Yep, I am too. She
Yep.
failed him as a mother. She did.
She failed multiple times, and also, like, she drove him out of there. There's no doubt. She drove him out of there. I don't like it. What
I
was I
feel like she
doing?
did too. I do. But I don't know. I'm not going to judge on that until I know what happens. But I
She
do
could
feel
have
like
been forced. Yeah, she could have been.
yes,
You know, but
yes. Like she could have been given an ultimatum, like get fucking rid of him or else, or we don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Good point, Anonymous. The reason she is unemotional is due to being military. That's a good point. She does have that military look.
Yep, they're so good. Like Seth, I don't think he's military, but that dude is
Yes, Seth is.
cold.
I'm pretty sure Seth is.
Is he?
I'm not sure. Seth or Chris one is.
Yeah, dude, they're good at being like, damn, yeah.
I thought it was I thought it was Seth. I don't know. I think she did too. It's the only thing that really makes sense.
I'm literally in a giant walk-in vault full of weed. It's glorious. Oh shit.
Seth has no couth. Kelly, I know, that's what I'm saying. There's something, she knows something. There's something that she's not saying. And I can't, that's why I'm not speaking on that yet, because this case has really learned me not to speak on, like, I've kept quiet about Seth because I had these feelings, and how I really felt, but here I am. And I'm not going to hold back no more.
No, because, like, are we really doing anything important?
Okay, Chris and Katie
justice
are veterans.
If we
Chris
don't
and Katie
talk
were
about
veterans.
everything?
Right. And we're probably going to get attacked. Oh, no, fuck you. I don't care. I have no feelings or emotions about 99% of you motherfuckers on here. Yes, mother and daughter. Because I think the upstairs of their house was like a loft area or something.
Okay.
Me too, Bobby. I think she knows something. I don't know what yet, but now Chris is number one on my list. But I don't know if it's where my narcissist radar goes off with him. There's so much that goes off with him.
Well, he makes it easy. He doesn't you know what I'm saying? Like, he's just being Chris. He doesn't give a shit because a narcissist doesn't, No,
they don't love nobody. They don't even love their own children.
No, and I feel like he's not even trying to put an act on, which is like, okay, you kind of give him props. Like, this is legit. Like, dude's just
Look at this. Read this.
asshole,
That's bullshit. I'm sorry, Robin, that happened to you. That's why I feel a lot of people aren't speaking out about Seth. Because of shit like this right here.
Robin, yeah, that's not right. And see, that's fucking weird to me. Why can't we? Because if Seth is off of off the table, why is Nancy Grace polying him then?
See, Giselle, that pisses me off because he's not a fucking sheriff.
Why does Nancy Grace
let's just call him Mall Bart, or what is that mall cop's name? Bart.
Yep.
Mall.
Where's this? Okay, with Nina. I didn't like the Nina interview. Yes, my heart hurts for her because there is some pain, some real emotions there. But
yes.
Trev obviously only done that interview for clout because he didn't even talk to her. He just let her sit there by herself for 2 hours.
No, I don't think it was that. I think, honestly, he just wanted her to say whatever and not interrupt. Because sometimes I'm like that. I don't want to. But yeah,
for 2 hours, questions. You wouldn't go off screen for 2 hours.
He's young and it's awkward for a guy, too, at the same point. with
He's
a
not
woman
a
being
deputy
abused.
sheriff, Bonnie.
No, he's not. No,
See
but
how
I
people are
love
still
Trev Time.
not.
He is not.
It's
No,
Trev
Bonnie,
Time.
he's not.
Yeah.
He's not. No, he's not.
What was whose point, Kathy? Because tell me, I'll tell you my point.
Just say it.
I don't know what she's talking about, but
Was she talking about Nina? Maybe not. I don't know.
will he have a jail stay child? We don't know because he could be a fat fuck in the basement overseas, jacking off to God knows what. Profiles get hacked all the time on Facebook. Y'all cannot believe none of that.
Okay, that's what I thought, Kathy. She's talking about Nina.
Right. I felt bad for her, but I feel like she just finally could breathe and tell her story and not get attacked. Do you know what I mean? I do feel for Nina, and I don't want to I'm not going to bash Nina. I don't like how she got treated on that, because that channel should have been there for her. I'm sorry. Even if they was not talking, they should have been there with her. I felt so bad for her. Not only her trauma and pain, but
Oops, there I go again, dropping it.
yes, Lena, she does have real trauma.
Oh, for sure. Yes. Yes, you can tell Nina has trauma, and her story and voice does
Mother and daughter.
matter.
It does.
And I know.
I don't have nothing bad to say about her.
No,
I don't.
he wanted to give us an idea of, Chris's past behavior, because past and present behavior,
And
blah,
when she
blah,
was
blah.
telling her story, I felt like she was telling mine.
Yeah, it was triggering listening to
And
her for sure.
yes, I cried more than once for that woman, and I've never done that. And love her heart, and she ain't been back on the internet or nothing, and that's why.
Nope, she did her one and done. That's kind of why that's respect to her for sure.
Nope, Island. The sheriff does not do the booking. They got a jailer, deputies. They have all kinds of different things that do that. There's not cops in jail. They're like mall cops. Paul Blart.
Yeah, right. We got Kevin James in the bitch.
He don't make fun of his son, no, but he abused him. He put his hands on him, and that's documented. So what about that, Switz? What about the abuse? Documented abuse. Where he hurt Sebastian as well. Come on.
And again, we all
searches
go
all this?
on. If the wells
I'd rather
have,
somebody make fun of my son than put their hands on him.
yep. And we go on the wells again. We all talk about all the abuse charges Candace Bly has. Why doesn't it matter for Seth Rogers then? I don't understand
Yes,
that.
Alan, a CO, yes. A correctional officer. That is a mall cop. They might look like cops. There might be cops in and out there taking people in and out and stuff. But there's no deputy sheriff that's going to work like that. I'm telling you. Yo, I went to prison for 3 fucking years. You think I don't know who works in there? Come on. I know how this works. To prison, not some little fucking Humpty Dump jail. No, he's not a perfect dad, mother, and daughter, and everybody wants to paint him as one. While he's sitting here trashing Chris and Katie, and they're not saying a fucking word. They're not getting a dime off this. Hey, Blue Eyes. Yeah, mall cop. Because outside of jail, he ain't shit. His job title don't mean nothing outside of that jail. And obviously, law enforcement don't give a fuck about him because they're not telling him nothing. And I don't blame them. Thank you, to Unearth. People, yeah, there's several people in here that live close to there. And Be the Bean, I'm fucking dead. Seth is the equivalent to Ernie Shell in his jail work. I'm sorry. fucking Ernie Shell. Music, see, I don't believe that they might have deputy on the back of their shirt because in prison they do, but they are like it's not sheriff. It's two totally different things. Like I could go and get the same job as Seth. I have a high school education. You might not be able to tell because I'm hillbilly. Don't give a fuck, but yeah. Thank you, Bobby. Yes. Now, prison's a little different, Jacqueline. This is a jail he works at. See, I wasn't in a big prison, but there wasn't like actual cops that worked there. Oh, he explained hurting Sebastian, how Sebastian's head just fell in his hand. It was an accident. All Seth admitted to was spanking him with a belt. Do you know how many times I got my ass
Chris.
whooped with a belt? Chris, yeah. Come on,
So-
y'all. This goes both ways here.
So Seth said that Sebastian never told him that Chris was abusing him. Well, Sebastian's not going to tell his dad if his dad's doing it. You know what I mean?
Right, and this is on papers that Seth done it.
No, yeah, I know. And he would have felt more comfortable if his dad wasn't abusing him.
Very
To tell
flaw,
his dad
Sonia.
that
The
Chris was
difference
hitting him.
between jail and prison. Jail is for like people that they call it county. That's got like short sentences. Prison is for long term. Like I done 3 years. I couldn't do that in a jail. Jail is you go in there and do 30 days or overnight or you get a DUI. But prison is state. The state runs it. Right, Marty. Yeah, there's not none where I come from either. In bigger prisons, yes, I could see it being cops. Because, like, there is a prison for women where I come from. It's huge. It's the only prison in my state. And I'm sure I didn't go to that prison. I went to this little rinky dink one where I could work, which I'm thankful for that. But yeah, I'm sure they got cops there. Like, yeah. Prison is not federal time, it's state. It's not federal. There's a whole different system for
Right.
federal. Right? He may carry a stun gun. Yes, they carry stun guns, handcuffs, pepper spray. No real gun. I'm gonna stop sharing this on the screen. There we go. I said state, Jacqueline. And honestly, anybody doing a lot of time, they would rather do federal time. I mean, just saying, but Bobby, that's how it is where I'm from. There's only one prison for women, like a big prison. But then there was this one that I went to. It was closer to my home, and I'm glad I went to it because my family could come see me. And it was like a work camp, and I could get like work time and stuff. And that's why they sent me there. But who's a police officer, Rita? We don't care about a police officer because there's none working in this family.
Well, is Chris's sister a police officer or no?
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm talking about these three though.
Oh, okay.
Because if we're going to why Seth has this GoFundMe,
Right.
Switz, that's my point. This is my whole point. That no, everybody failed him.
That's true. Everybody did fail him.
Nobody cared about this kid, and it shows.
Yep.
It breaks my fucking heart. He probably never felt. I mean, I'm sure he felt love at one point in his life, but these past years with Chris and stuff, and the custody battles and all this shit. That poor kid, man. When you retired, you made 78. I don't see none of them. Well, Chris, he made more money than any of them. But still, it don't matter. Chris has no family in law enforcement. It is heartbreaking, Kathy.
So is Chris's sister just friends with the law enforcement then? There's something with Chris
I don't know.
Proudfoot's sister.
Yeah,
and the
I
law.
heard that too. I heard that also. I don't
But
know.
that could be just hearsay, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, because we haven't seen no proof on that, Robin, that Chris's sister is law enforcement. And people want to keep talking about Chris's parents going to Alaska. Well, for a trip like that, they had to have it planned before this happened. I mean, you know, you just don't make a trip to Alaska and go the next day. I wouldn't anyway.
No, that would be some hefty price tickets for sure.
Right.
But you no,
I mean, I don't
my,
look nothing into that. You know, everybody's got this conspiracies in Alaska. No, I don't get that vibe. People's letting all this conspiracy shit run, and they're not looking at what's really happening. They drove to Washington, I think, and then chat. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure y'all will.
I was
Like,
just
they're
going to
not
say
gonna
that.
get-
They will.
remains. Yeah, they're not going to get remains on a
I
plane.
didn't even have
for
to say
sure.
that. I think they flew from Washington to Alaska. They drove to Washington. I'm not sure. I might be wrong on that because I haven't really looked into it. But are they that well known in Sumner County, Marty? Are they really? How do we know that? How do we know he has ties? Show me proof. I'm not, Marty, I love you, but show me proof. Show me these ties, the proof. I want to see it.
Yeah, because I know that's what's being said, but we haven't seen anything to back it up.
Any proof.
Yeah.
Anonymous said their cousin and wife went, and they had to go to Washington. They went to Alaska and had to go to Washington to fly there. That's what I heard that Chris's parents done. But this was in the beginning, so like I said, I didn't think nothing of it. So
That's like Robin going to Hawaii 3 to 4 days after someone disappeared.
Yep.
Well, you got
right, Kai. I grew up in a small town, you know, and my dad knew the cops, but it wasn't nothing like this deep that they would cover for murder or something, you know?
Exactly. I have family in law enforcement. They would never cover.
Right.
Listen,
I
like
have a family
Dad,
member in law enforcement. I'm not going to say what, but they would never cover for me in something like this.
if my dad
No,
is
look what this bitch just
watching
did.
or listening, I love him to pieces. But like, there's guards and cops that are friendly with my dad too, but they'd have no problem arresting him if he did something again, you know?
Right. Right.
So, nah.
Bobby, you're right. They would have had to drove through Canada if they didn't fly. You're right.
Well, if they had to drive through Canada, let me tell you, the borders they're not getting remains across the border, not unless they're friendly with border agents too. Like,
Yeah, there's no Border Patrol is on it.
no,
I mean,
they are crazier
no
since
way.
COVID.
Yes.
Trust me, I know.
Your dad was a cop, Music City. Would your dad cover for a child murderer? Regardless, no matter what. Switz, I don't think he is either, and I pray.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think he's with us.
I don't either.
Not now. A runaway, like maybe for the first week or two, if he had someone who knew and helped him plan a runaway, because again, he didn't have medications. So, like, who's taking him to the doctor? All of that.
Yep.
Yep, they'd had to have passports if they drove for sure,
Yeah.
which would took time ahead. They still might have had them.
Even crossing, even if you're a Canadian citizen crossing the borders, you need a passport now for driving.
Look
You
what
didn't used to.
Liplock said about it.
What did she
You can
say?
take a ferry and don't have to fly or nothing. I don't know if they flew or what, lip lock. I'm not sure.
Huh.
And chat obviously didn't keep up on that either because they're not correcting me really. He wouldn't cover for a candy bar thief. Bingo. They'll be your friend and stuff, but yeah. They take their job serious. Some of them do, you know? And this ain't like a small town. This ain't the good old boy system. I'm not getting that vibe here.
No.
They were like hillbilly, like Don Wells kind of deal, maybe, but I don't even get that with Don Wells.
No,
Really.
I feel way more corruption in the Wells case than for the Proudfoots, to be honest.
They took a cruise to Alaska. You have to plan cruises to Alaska like a year ahead of time.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they didn't just go then if it was a cruise. That was planned.
Right, they got money. They had passports probably already.
Yeah, for sure. Especially taking a cruise, yeah, you got a passport.
They're on a Caribbean cruise now, and good for them. I went on a Caribbean cruise for my honeymoon. Went to the Virgin Islands and everything. It's fucking amazing. Oh, well.
Cruises do not reimburse you, by the way, right? So it's kind of like you go or
you can get
leave
points.
all
You
that.
can get points, like a Speedway card. You know, you get points, and you can use, but you have to be like 78 years old and about 1 foot in the grave to get that, you know? Lip lock, I'm sorry. You look good for your age, Mama. I'm not knocking you.
What'd she say? No, lip lock.
I know.
Nothing, because I know she's older. I don't want her to think I'm.
I love when she puts her
I said
lipstick on.
78.
It cracks
I
me
love
up
Lip
every
Lock.
time.
She's the
I
dope,
do
man.
too.
Hi,
We
David.
love you.
And the Bauer socks are really irrelevant in this. They have
Power
nothing.
sock?
They were, yeah, the Bauer socks. Chris's mom and dad, or mom and stepdad. They have nothing, no ties to Sebastian except for step grandparents.
Wait, is that their name?
Bauer socks, yeah, their last name.
Bauer. So Proudfoots and Bauer socks? Like, for real, we're not being fucked with? Sorry,
No.
that's funny. Megs.
I'm trying.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
want
she
to
was
take
fucking
Nina's
with us.
kid, yes, but I don't think they would go this deep to hide a dead child. It's different custody and killing a kid.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I think the Wells would do some bullshit, but...
Right, Robin, they are not emotionally attached.
Yeah, but they've been trained to not be emotionally detached, though. Thinking about it now, with all of the military background, that's in their training to be emotionally detached. I think even with your loved ones, you got to be emotionally detached, because
Look,
you got to fucking leave your family and loved ones and not think about them while you're doing all this shit while they're building, like tearing you down, rebuilding you up, whatever. You know what I mean? So that actually makes sense, because that's something that bugs me.
One of his mom, his stepdad, or his dad, I don't even know where his dad is, so one of them had to be a narcissist, because you are not just one day wake up and be a narcissist. It's learned behavior.
Yeah.
You learn it as a child.
Yeah, you're not just born a narcissist.
No, it's learned behavior. So, you know, narcissists are unemotional, except for when they go on a rage, you know. Right, child. Yeah, covering up a homicide of a child is a whole different level than custody. None of them is irrelevant. I agree.
We compare it to Brian Laundrie, but even they couldn't help cover up that, you know?
I never did compare it to Brian Laundrie. I never got that vibe at all.
Oh, I did, because Chris's parent, his stepdad and mom remind me of Roberta Laundrie and her husband.
Oh,
They don't me.
But that's just because I read like past shit where they were like kind of defending Chris with all of the shit with Nina before Sebastian even went missing.
But I'm not trashing Nina, but we don't have proof on that either.
No, and that's where I said, you remember when you and me and Benny went live last, and I was saying like nothing, like, because I believe her and I feel terrible for her, but at the same time it gets the waters more muddy, because we're now entering in, shall we let all the ex-wives come and talk, you know, all the ex-husbands, because that can get real murky fast. Yeah, and not even because
That
they're
could cause
caring
more
about
custody
Sebastian.
issues because
Yeah, they just
allegedly all of
wanna
Chris's ex-wives had kids.
exactly, and that's kind of fucked up, and that's what lets me
Mhm.
know what a true monster he is, because he is a predator. And yeah, someone emailed me and gave me the list and let me know that there was kids involved in every relationship he got in, which is scary. But like, that's all shit that people can take mental notes now and like, don't ever get with this dude. You know what I mean? Like, because he ain't gonna stay with Katie. If they're innocent, Katie and him are gonna break up. They'll stay
Uh-huh.
together if they both know how dirt on each other, like, you know, Candace and Dawn do. Then they'll stay together, and that will be very telling to me on the low.
Yep.
Poor Meg, she's gonna get probably just beat to shit for being on panel, and she's hardly said 3 things.
Oh well, fuck them.
I'd rather not. We'll leave that to Ziggy, please.
What are they going to say about Megs? They don't know who the fuck she
They
is. Let
better
them come
not,
for her. They can come
right?
for me. I don't care. I won't give them no attention.
They already come for me. I'll give them all the
They do me
attention.
too.
Yeah, they do.
And I give no fucks. Say what you want.
Be
You
the
want to see a
bean.
mugshot? Here, I'll show my own. I'll show 6 of them.
It is. That's true, Be the bean. That's true. But like, all
It is.
5 of your wives has kids.
Kelly, I think Chris and
Yeah.
Katie had him when he got essayed. In California, I believe. Or something.
Yep. You're right.
I look like fucking hot in here. Oh.
And that's what we were saying earlier, Kelly. Why didn't Seth take him then?
Yeah, that
He
doesn't
obviously
make
knew
sense.
about it.
Especially when the one guy did prison time for a couple years. Like, why did Seth not get
He would
his
have got
kid then?
instant custody. Probably because
Yeah,
he didn't have his own shit together and didn't care.
that's the thing. Did he just not fight it, or was there something more because they were worried about Seth having him too because of his anger issues? I don't
Yep,
know.
and that's documented on paper.
Like,
Yes, Island. That's his only biological child is Nina. I think,
I
allegedly, in my
think
opinion.
so. That's from what I've heard so far, but I don't know.
No, Switz, I don't think they would do that with a deceased child. I just don't see that. That's when you can just send him to Seth and don't have to worry about him, you know?
Yeah. But now Chris texted Seth and said, Sebastian, our marriage is on the rocks. Can you please take Sebastian? Right?
But we don't have
Is
no
that
proof of
true?
that, do we?
No, I haven't seen the text messages of
I haven't
that, but I
either.
don't know.
I haven't
Has
either.
Seth maybe
Nope.
said that, or why is people
Seth
saying
said
that?
it.
Seth said
Yep.
it.
Nope.
Seth
Seth
did it?
did say it.
Seth's the
Okay.
only one who said it. Just like
Yep.
he's saying every damn thing else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chris and Katie had an affair on their husband and wife, Nina and Seth.
Yeah. They all cheated on each other except for like Seth and Nina or whatever.
Right, Sherry. There's no proof for a lot of things. Everybody's just taking Seth's word and just, oh, he's the godfather, blah, blah, blah. No. Come
Yeah.
on, man.
Let's give him all of our money. He's such a great guy.
Yes.
He's fallen asleep during the polygraphs and everything at certain questions, but take my money.
It sounds like Katie killed her own marriage.
Probably because I heard she was like banging the neighbor, but again, there's no proof to that. That's
Yeah, I
crazy.
heard. Yeah, she was recently banging the neighbor. Yes, I heard that.
So, like, what
And that was
neighbor?
actually one of my theories. Did Sebastian see something with the neighbor?
Right.
And Katie lost her shit?
That's kind of, I've had that theory in Summer's case too. Like,
Because
did
she could have
Summer?
lost her shit. I'm not saying she's innocent at all. The only thing I feel bad for her for is she's had to live with a fucking narcissist.
I think that she has, I don't know. When I look at Katie and I look at, like, it's just through screens, but like her eyes and
She's
soul seem
dead, like
empty. Yeah,
inside.
she's like
Yes.
quite literally just a shell of, I
Right.
don't know what she once was, but she's just a shell of a human. And that's kind of scary because I think, like, obviously he had incontinence issues, which none of us should know, by the way. So all these parents put out
I
like
do.
super crazy stuff on their kid that you wouldn't catch me putting out there, so that they all already knew that Sebastian wasn't coming back. Or why'd you
Mother
do
daughter. That's been a theory of mine, actually, ever since I heard she was banging the neighbor. But I haven't seen no proof she was having an affair.
that?
That was one of my theories.
That's risky as shit. Like, could she get prego? Like, I don't know. How long has Nina and Seth talked for? Like, would they want revenge because everybody was cheating on them? Like, I
I don't
don't
think they had
freaking know.
any. I don't think they had any communication until. I still don't think they
After,
have.
no,
Yeah, I
they
don't.
they have, because he is straight went on the news and said that they've talked.
Yeah, I don't think it happened like in the past, though. I don't think. It was
No,
nothing like
I
that.
think it was so like after Sebastian went missing, they started communicating.
Yes, in my opinion.
Yes,
I think after she done her interview on Trav's channel is when
Yeah.
they. Yeah, they to unearth, in my opinion, even if Katie wasn't abusing him, like she was in a way because she didn't save him. She didn't stop the abuse. She had to
didn't
know
stop
it.
him. No, you gotta, as your
I would
you
have
gotta
packed
be
my
your
kid
own
up by
life invader.
myself and left all of them. Daddy,
Yeah.
stepdaddy, all of them. Fuck you all.
No, you gotta do everything in your power to save, and that's her only kid, and she didn't do everything in her power to save him.
So then
So
she was
that's
under the
why I'm
power of a
like,
narcissist. That's kind of where the narcissist comes in for me. You know, it's like.
that's true, but at the same
And the
time,
thump. Yeah, remember the thump? And he has a water pocket on his brain.
yeah, water pocket. I was trying to say that in someone's live, and I was like, oh, J for Justice.
Yeah, she was around when they were all messing around, but she wasn't around these past years when they were in Tennessee and stuff. You know, like she don't know any of this that's been going on probably because of what. And Chris's or Seth's mom was making comments about Nina on a post I seen, and it sounded like they didn't know all this until Nina come out with it on Trev's channel.
What? Yeah, but would they? I don't think they would admit to knowing it before, because I've seen she's lying, because I've seen Chris's mom commenting.
I'm talking about Seth's mom.
I've seen it himself, his mom on Facebook or something, talking about it
Yeah.
long before Sebastian went missing. So she's lying.
Oh, I didn't see that. I seen after.
And
See, Chai, I've heard that theory too, that people were saying CPS maybe was involved and Chris wasn't allowed at the house, but I haven't seen nothing to back that up either. But it's not unusual for a man to go out of town for a month and work. I mean, that's
would
not
we be
unusual.
told that? He's a minor, right? So there'd be a gag order on that.
Yeah.
I feel like. I'll be right back.
Customer.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to see no CPS documents or nothing.
Nope.
And thank God, because these sick fucks on the internet would get them, and
Oh yeah.
Lord, Seth would have probably done put them out if he could,
Yep.
in my opinion. CP's was there. CP's what was there?
Seth said that Chris was there that morning.
Prove it, Seth. Just like, well, I want to see proof he was working all night. But trust me, jails are highly full of cameras. You can't even shit in peace in there half the time. No, they ain't got them in the bathroom, but
the neighbors even said they hadn't seen him that whole month. That he wasn't home.
And I don't believe he was there. I don't.
Nope.
But did he give Katie an ultimatum? You know, like,
that's what I'm thinking.
Or did Katie lose her shit on him? Took him out the garage?
Where he wet the bed? Because I think she would snap if he did that.
Yep, they put pull-ups on him. He didn't have to wear them at Seth's house. Poor baby. Yeah, Robin, I seen, yes, that has been verified about the CPS and the belt thing. Yes, that's the only reason we know about that. But, like, I'm talking about today's time. Seth goes to work at 6. Katie gets home at 6. So, where is Sebastian when he's not in school stuff and Katie's working?
Hold on. I thought, no. Didn't Seth get out of work at 7 that day when he got the text message from her phone?
That's
Or
where the
Chris's phone or whatever?
coworker says that Chris is lying about being at work and that he actually was like told to leave the job because he was in such a fucking terrible mood. And so he actually left work really early. Oh, you said Seth. Never mind. My bad. Trying to multitask, darn it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I
Seth
thought he
works
worked night shift,
That's
too.
what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, some of you guys confuse the shit out of me.
Because he was seen at 7 a.m. up until 7 a.m. on the camera, and she said she went and looked at 6 a.m. to wake him
6
up for
a.m.
school,
Yeah.
and he
And
was
there's at
already
6 a.m.
gone.
Yep.
Yeah. What time does the school start over there? Because 6 a.m. seems early. I don't know. Maybe not.
I used to get up early for school. It depends on how
Yeah.
far you live from the school. And
Yeah.
yeah,
And
they start
what
around
is,
7:30, 8 o'clock.
yeah.
So they start pretty early.
Yeah, some
He
our buses
probably
come
had
at
some kind
6:30.
of like
She probably got him up and gave
routine.
him breakfast and showered or whatever. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's
Okay, that's what I thought, Bobby.
yeah, I heard that too. That Chris is the one that told him. Katie didn't even tell him that Sebastian was missing. I heard that too. I don't know what time they left the restaurant, but Seth allegedly seen the footage of that. Yes, a bus early. Yes, he rode a bus. Did Katie take him to school, or did he ride a bus? Or
I don't know.
oh, it feels good to get some of that out about Seth, man. Now let's see. Cotton candy boobs is talking shit on Seth. Oh well.
Well, it's not talking shit. It's just being thorough. Like everyone
It's
else.
pointing out the red flags and the truth, you know?
Yeah. And if we can do it on every other person, I don't understand. Like, why is he off limits? I don't get it.
Yeah, if you want
Because
the
he's
truth,
out
you have
looking.
to talk about it.
Well, I know he's out there looking, but like, that's what he's saying. Like, again, I don't see him out there looking. And then he said people were chasing him away from looking, and I don't know, like, where's the video of that? That's when I pick up my phone. Like, these people are
There's
following
not
me.
one video of him out there in the
No.
woods looking or nothing. Nothing. Except for with
No.
JLR. That's all, with
But-
JLR.
But you obviously got your phone on hand. So when you have these people that are harassing you looking for your son, where's the video for that? That should be all over the fucking news. Put that on the news. I'm out here looking for my 15-year-old son, and here's people harassing me. Look at them. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I would do.
Selena essay also causes bedwetting. That is a symptom.
Yes, it does. Sure does. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I didn't need to know about the essay. As soon as they kept saying he had incontinence issues, I already had that thought. I didn't need
And
to
that
be
he didn't
told
have
it,
to
though.
wear Pampers at his dad's, but he did at mom's. You know, it's kind of, yeah. But was he on camera? We've not seen that proof, Bobby. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people just believe anything. He probably was. He's probably got a legit alibi if he was working and free and stuff, you know, and not a suspect. But these people will believe anything.
Anything without seeing it, too. That's what's crazy.
Okay,
And then,
Music City says that she's been at the searches that he's been at. He's been there in the mornings. Did he stay there all day in Music City? Was anybody with him?
Right? Is he there from light break to dark? Because that's what he's been saying and acting like. And I can't answer my phones, and I
Uh-huh.
can't do this, I can't do that because I'm searching.
And I
I'm
need the funds. I
searching.
need the resources. I need catch up gang gang. And yep, question all the parents. All of them. All three of them. All three of them failed that baby. And why in the world would you take your muscle relaxers and pain pills when you go to take a damn polygraph for your missing
No.
son?
I'm gonna fucking be in pain. I don't care, and I'll wait till after that exam. Because what are you talking about? Like 2 hours of your time? Suck it up, you know?
Yep.
Suck it up.
And he's had time to take another one, right?
No, and well, that's the thing. Maybe he
He
did.
should have went
Maybe
to
that's why he
TBI.
hasn't moved. But
TBI
that
told him not to do it with Nancy. And he did
over a week
anyway.
ago, and he did it anyway. No, they said, "Why are you?" I don't think they said, "Don't do it," but I think they
No, I think they
probably
told him and Chris both not to.
not to. Yeah.
Yeah. Not to do it with Nancy.
And TBI asked him, "Why are you taking the polygraph?" And he said, "Because Nancy asked me to."
Like, what the fuck, dude? No wonder you're not getting no information.
But
Right,
he's
Robin.
not
He knew not to take those meds. He knew better.
Nancy was help clean. Well, why would they?
He's
tell
all
him no?
poor Seth. No, poor Seth.
And
He's the
then
one
you
that's
know
got a
what he
record
did?
as well.
Sis, he went right after that. He knew he was going to fail or have it. I knew right away he
And
fell
went on
asleep.
Facebook or YouTube.
Yeah, and he went right on YouTube and told everyone I was falling
Immediately.
Yeah.
asleep, and he already covered his ass. But here's the thing, like, yeah, again, that's weird to me. I don't know, but I already knew it's him going out and seeing that he was the one saying that he was falling asleep. I already knew that's not a pass. That's an inconclusive.
You haven't found any searches lately, huh?
So he
Music
knew he
City
was
Mom's
going to
been out
go.
there, Seth. Where you at? There's a vigil
Yeah,
tomorrow at 6.
he went to that test knowing it was. He put himself in a position to have an inconclusive lie detector. Why? That's weird to me.
Noah Paints, we're not saying that Seth made him disappear at all. I'm just pointing out Seth ain't the father of the year that he's out here trying to paint himself to be.
No, like, why are more people not questioning him? Why is he God to everybody, but Chris and Katie are the only ones being like
Right.
thrown
Drug
to
through the mud.
wind? Yeah. And I don't think that's right. Because
He's not law
if
enforcement. Quit saying that. He's not
He's a
law enforcement at
correctional
all.
officer.
He's a mall cop. Paul Blart.
he's a
No offense, Robin, but he's just, yeah, he's a correctional officer.
Yeah, like he can't go and arrest people, you guys. Come on.
Obviously, he had something to hide because he wasn't going to tell that he abused Sebastian too, and it was documented until the divorce papers and shit came out.
Oh,
He wasn't going to tell that.
He didn't think that would be seen. He doesn't know true crime good enough.
Oh, you meant that sarcastic? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, people believe it, sadly.
They do because they are fucking running, and they'll argue with you every tooth and fucking nail that he's deputy sheriff. No, he ain't.
Why are they saying all this shit? Like, Seth didn't even say he's a
Uh-oh,
deputy
Lexi, no,
sheriff.
don't you dare. So did Seth fail. What about whenever he got SA'd? Why didn't Seth take him then? Don't you dare. They all failed him, not just Katie. Don't you
That's
dare.
true. He should have. Why didn't he have
Fucking
custody
dare.
of his son? Not the first time there's a sexual assault, and not even the second time. So this happened 2 times under Katie's roof. And here's the thing: this shouldn't even be out right now. It's a total distraction, but here we are talking about it, right?
Right.
But
What we didn't need
the
to
way
know.
he said it is that happened. Like, Katie did this. Anybody, anywhere can be SA'd. It
It's always
happens
Katie and
very
Chris.
quick.
Katie and Chris. Katie and Chris.
No, that's not Katie's.
Let's
and
turn them
Chris's
tables,
fault.
big boy.
Maybe the second time it happened, yeah, I can put that on Chris and Katie. but like the
Yeah,
first time,
but
that can happen to anyone, anywhere. You could be at your little
Yep.
old granny's with friends over who goes to church 3 times a week and you're getting molested in her basement. Like, please don't
Yep.
put that. Katie is a
like
piece of
another said,
shit, neglectful
Seth
mom, but you
found him
can't
years
say,
ago.
yeah,
Before
it's
we shouldn't
not.
even be here today talking about this.
No, because
Seth should have stepped up back then.
Seth said, Katie did this. Well, guess what, Seth?
Yeah.
It's on you too, because you should have went to the courts and immediately got your son removed from their care. If not the first time, then definitely the second time SA happened. So it's on Chris, Katie, and Seth. I don't understand why everyone's just putting, oh, it's Chris and Katie's fault. Sebastian got SA'd. Well, guess what? Seth left him in that house for it to happen a second time. Get out of here.
Right, it
Get
happened
out of
twice.
here. That doesn't make sense.
Twice.
Guess
Nope.
what?
Nope. What?
Guess what? That is on Seth too. I'm sorry
Now,
to say.
they're asking like Katie and Seth, what the actual fuck? You know, they both failed this child.
Yep. Everyone failed them, including this Chris's parents, Seth's parents, all of them. Everyone who, just like in Summer's case, surrounded Sebastian failed that poor boy, including the military base.
Everybody did. Everybody in his life failed him. You was that person? Nope. For fuck's sake, I like that name. Fairy Floss, I don't know if they knew he had went to prison for SA, the one that took advantage of Sebastian. I don't know if they knew or not. I'm not sure. Because I heard that and it disgusted me. It really turned me off to Seth. Him coming over here and re-traumatizing, re-victimizing his baby again?
Yeah.
Fuck you. Exactly, 200. Even if he was homeless, he would have got more help as a single dad homeless. The states would have helped him get housing and food and stuff. There's no excuse.
I can't help but feel like Seth knew letting all that shit out about his son. Because let's say your son comes back and like he's gonna have friends. Well, now all these friends have internet and they're gonna know what happened to your son. Like, I can't get that out of my mind that like you don't do that if you know your 15-year-old's gonna come back, because that's just setting him up to be bullied when he comes home. That's crazy.
Yep.
Yes, Robin, it happened twice.
Sure did.
Out of Seth's mouth, allegedly.
No, it happened.
That's what I'm
twice.
saying.
The boy at school, but not only that, Chris and Katie had someone who just came out of prison that I guess had a record
In
for
the
being a
apartment
pedo.
complex or something, or
Yeah, so that's
in
like
California.
okay, 2 times. Yeah, and
Yep, Robin, it's all on them, exactly. All 3 of them.
why
3
would
of
the
them.
school not tell Seth what happened or who did what to his son? That's weird, right? So what were they worried that Seth, like Benny said, if the kid was 13, what were they worried that Seth was going to do to a 13-year-old kid? Because 13, yeah, molesting is not right, but a monster created that monster. You know what I mean? And so where does it stem from? I can't put something heavy like that on a 13-year-old because they just don't know better. They're doing what they were learned and taught.
It's like a narcissist learned behavior, just like Don
Yeah.
Wells, you know?
So
I'm not taking up for Don
saying
Wells,
it's
but
okay, but like there's a reason why the school wouldn't give Seth all the information on who did what to his kid. As a parent,
good
that's
wind?
weird.
Nope. We might, yeah, we're gonna bash them all 3 of them. You want to stick around for that and find out?
We're
'Cause
talking
you're a new
about
name in
everything.
here,
We're
so.
talking. You're
We
gonna
are
talk about this
equally
case. You
bitchy
need to talk
to
about
everybody.
everything.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, Seth got kicked off base for something. I think it was
That's-
his temper, wasn't it? Maybe.
He was throwing
Something,
a fit about Sebastian not getting the right kind of help, so they threw him off the base. That's what Seth says.
I don't believe nothing Seth says. I want proof. I'm sorry. Exactly, Kelly. Exactly. Bingo. Why didn't he save him then? He would have got him. The state would have helped him. A single dad? Fuck yeah. They would have helped him.
You want to know why we're bashing the parents? Why don't you ask why the parents are bashing the parents?
Yeah, why are the one parent bashing the other two? And the other two ain't saying shit. As a parent now, fuck around and find out. I mean, yeah. For fuck's sake. I love that name. Katie didn't say shit about it. Yeah, she's got a little more couth to her or whatever. Like, what is it? I feel like Seth, I don't know. He's just trying to throw everything at Chris and Katie. Yes, they're not innocent at all. Like, they've done shitty shit. They're not parents of the year, but neither is he. Bash people night. We bashing them all. We taking them punches. Don't give no fucks. Come at us. But you fuck with my Megs, and it's over. Because she ain't got a channel. You don't come after a sub.
Yeah, they better not. Like, for real. If you fuck with Megs, we are going to find you, all of your kin, and it's not going to be...
No, I'm going to suit that level, but...
What?
I don't tell you next move, sis.
That wasn't me.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Oh, that was Sherry, the alter ego.
You say you're going to throw me off my own channel?
No,
I'm gonna boot
you are hearing the voices behind the wall, ain't you?
My. It's funny.
15 is a weird time for a kid, and it is wild to me that they didn't find out until this past, like, November or something that he had autism. But if he's high function, it makes sense. You know, he was diagnosed with ADHD because he took Adderall allegedly and something else. A medicine starts with an R. I can't remember the name of it, but I know one was Adderall.
Maybe they were taking it themselves. I don't know.
Probably the Adderall. Yeah, no doubt. This is why you're Dippy's mod. Who's Dippy?
Dippy?
It is.
Yeah, we moving on.
Okay, right. That's why I didn't know who she was. Resperdone, yes. That's it, Bobby. It started with the R. I knew that. And what's that for? I don't even really know what that's for. But he went all this time, you know, they want to keep saying autism. Yes, it's horrible. But they want to act like he was this Gypsy Rose or something, you know? I mean, seriously, they are. And he was not that bad off from... Just last year to Unearth, this past November, I believe. And he turned 15 in December 7th, I think. Sleep. That would make sense that he took a sleeping pill.
So he was
the Adderall is a
diagnosed
stimulant.
and had a birthday and went
I think his
missing.
birthday's December 7th. I'm not sure, but I think. I can't remember.
Wait. November. He was diagnosed in November.
Yes, and his birthday, he was 14. And then he turned 15 in December, I think. That's how it went. Or vice versa.
Diagnosed and turning 15, all and going missing, all within December, January, 3 months.
September, you thought you might be right to Unearth. Let me see here.
So within 90 days of being diagnosed, this kid went missing. That's crazy.
Let's see. I don't know.
And like, why did he get? It's almost like someone wanted him to get diagnosed before he went missing with a purpose. Maybe. Am I the only weird one that thinks like that? But why? Why?
Yeah, it's weird.
Because like, how do you go? You don't go that long without being diagnosed, right? Like they tried to diagnose my son with ADHD or ADD in kindergarten. They wanted him medicated. Still won't. He's turning 16 in August. And so, like, for most parents, it's kind of like, nah, I don't want to believe that. No, I'm not going to. No, I don't think so. And then, so maybe they just didn't believe it at first, but then all of a sudden, you are getting a diagnosis from a doctor. He's on the spectrum. And then in 90 days, he's gone. Yeah. Yeah. I can't help but think that maybe that would get him diagnosed on paper before
Yes,
he goes
Robin.
missing.
He went missing February 26th, and he was
Yep.
diagnosed in November.
It's so fucked. It was like the day, 2 days, Mark's birthday. We went to dinner the 25th, and then Sebastian went missing the next day after Mark's birthday party.
But he was so high functioning, Sebastian, and I could see them just misdiagnosing it with the ADHD. You know what I mean? I could see
What
that.
does high
If he was high
functioning mean
functioning,
again? What does that mean in autism, high functioning? People keep
that
saying
they
that.
are kind of like us. They're not like
Can't really tell that they're
Because there's
autistic.
like nonverbal.
Yeah.
And
And
Yeah.
see, he had that water pocket and stuff, you know. So he had like, you know, some mental delays maybe, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. And so high functioning, with everyone saying high functioning, I'm like, how does he not take shoes when he runs away? You know?
No, see, it's not, no. That's what I'm saying. They're trying to paint this picture of him being like you're saying, like he can't even put his shoes on and like a
Yeah.
gypsy rose. You know, they're trying to paint him like that, and he's not.
No.
I tell you what, I don't believe he was kidnapped because autistic kids, and I've done a little research on. I don't know a lot, y'all. I know y'all correct me. They don't like to be touched. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Yes, he can take care of himself, Lexi, but I don't think he probably couldn't have ever lived alone. Summer's too little to really. We didn't see nothing about Summer to really say she was autistic. I don't.
No.
She looked like a little hillbilly girl to me.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Sensory issues. Would mother and daughter, would that be like he don't want to be touched? Like, would he dirt, you know, or run
Different-
away if someone, especially someone he didn't know?
Different textures bother them.
A chromosome deletion, Bobby. But that's like autism, isn't it? Or I don't know, because I know Seth keeps saying a chromosome deletion. He keeps saying all these things, you know, trying to make Sebastian like he was a gypsy rose, you know? Yeah, I got the divorce papers, Robin. Me and Cher have those. We need to go. Cher's going to go over them one night on here. Me and Cher and Megs. Yeah, some don't like it, and yeah, it's like backing me in a fucking corner. I might only be 5'5" and weigh 130 pounds, but let me tell you, I'm coming out of that fucking corner on you. Like a rabbit
For sure.
raccoon, yes.
Yep.
And Selena, when he gets overstimulated, yeah, I understand that because I got ADHD, if you can't tell. But I get overstimulated, and it's very stressful. And you know, he was probably all the chaos going on around him. Everybody got to work together as autistic kids. They don't like change.
Can you imagine all that happening to him at once? Poor baby.
Mhm. And then having that essay in the past twice, and
Yes.
I don't like to be touched either, and I'm not autistic.
I'll give you a hug.
Well, you can. Somebody I don't know. No.
I know.
No.
Yeah. I need
No.
my personal space.
She keeps leaving us. Hiding behind that wall.
Talking to her voices.
Asperger's. Isn't that like the lower version of autism?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think they call it Asperger's anymore, though.
Stockholm. Or is it? No. I think it is Asperger's. I don't know.
Yeah. My little cousin just got diagnosed, but they're calling it autism. They're not calling it Asperger's, even though that's what it is.
Because people were trying to say in the Chris Watts case that Chris Watts had Asperger's, and I didn't see that.
Huh.
I only eat certain foods. I can see that. What's Robin saying here? He was talking in an interview about how he got kicked off the base because he was yelling at Sebastian's doctor because he wasn't giving him the correct therapy. Well, why didn't he take him to another doctor? He didn't have to show his ass. Maybe it was the correct therapy. Maybe they just want him to have a different diagnosis. Did Sebastian get a check every month? A disability check, you know?
Hmm. I'm sure someone will answer that for you. Even if they don't know, they're going to answer it.
Robin, when did he say that happened? How long ago? Recently, or because he didn't get diagnosed until right, Unearth. Here we go again. Robin's cool though. Let her talk. Seth said, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm getting to that. He was 8. Nope, he didn't. He was not diagnosed. I'm telling you. This come out of Katie and Seth's, or Katie
Yeah,
and
no.
Chris's mouth.
He was just diagnosed, Robin.
Yeah. Because remember, Katie and Chris were on a few panels before.
Yes.
And then they shut the fuck up. Was the best thing they could have done. But it's the worst thing, too. Mark!
Hi, Mark.
She's hiding behind that damn wall at work, Mark. Get her ass. She's hearing voices, too. True story. Isn't it, Megs?
Yep. It was just the radio, though, Mark.
That could be. That's what I'm saying. Did he draw a check? That could have been the only reason they wanted him. Is that why Seth was going to take him? He seems money driven.
Yep.
She's hiding behind that Walmart. And she was hearing voices a while ago. She said I was going to kick her off her own channel. I didn't even say nothing like that. Let's see here what Fairy Floss is saying about me. Right. Screeching howler monkey. I want to say holler monkey. I'd be like a damn spider monkey coming after your ass. I have CPTSD, anxiety, bipolar, and ADHD. And I do pretty well, but I'm on medicine, but
Okay, I'll be right back again. Damn it.
hold on now. I'm squirreling off. Y'all, Mark threw me off. Sherry, your husband's here. He's wanting to know where the fuck his wife is. Oh, she got a customer, duh. I heard the bell.
I was just going to say, I wonder if your customers can hear you.
Yeah, he's lying, Robin. Because he didn't get diagnosed until recently. He's lying about that. So you did catch him in a lie. Good job. Y'all smash that thumbs up.
Good to see you, buddy.
Katie said it was for violence and hitting Sebastian. What, that he got kicked off base, Robin? I also heard Katie was a drunk. Seth said, allegedly, Katie was a drunk, but I don't know. You'd probably have to be to deal with him and Chris, honestly. 2 peas in a pod, if you ask me. I agree. He don't need kids. I agree. I agree. Yes, Robin. And we will be going live again soon and going over the divorce papers. The documents. Can't lie about that, Seth. Oh, after he got SA'd, he wasn't getting the correct therapy. See, I don't believe nothing. I do believe the SA because Katie has spoke on it. You know, it's the only reason I believe that, but I don't believe a lot that comes out of that man's mouth. I'm sorry, I don't. Because he shows no proof. A red-headed trunk. Well, I mean, Robin, I get that. I used to live in California, but it was like just for work. It wasn't for pleasure. But I love California. Said everybody out there is either smoking weed or tweaking out their fucking mind. Oh, Island, I seen you say that earlier, and I didn't. I'm going to screenshot that because I'm going to watch that actually. Because I have been looking into autism and stuff because I don't know shit about it.
Mark, it's just as bad as the Wells case.
I think it's going to get worse in the Wells case if they don't stop some of this shit. If they don't shut Seth up,
Yeah, it's heading that way.
and they are already traging pimping like a motherfucker off this baby. Y'all sick motherfuckers out there. Y'all want to come over here and talk about Cher? Fuck out of here.
They only want to talk about what they want to talk about, and
Uh-huh.
you can't do that in a case. You have to talk about everything. If the parents are talking about it, we need to talk about it. If you're going to cover a case, you know what I mean?
Right.
Right.
I think he did pick on Sebastian, mother and daughter. I do. Right. It is nice, ain't it, Bobby? And me and Cher, we've had iffy feelings about Seth for a while now, and now we're like, I told Cher, I said, I'm gonna fucking say it. I don't care. Attack me. She's like, yes.
That's funny. Me and Sis were talking about that too.
I mean, I couldn't hold back no more on this. But I kept thinking, am my gut's just overreacting because I'm just so jaded to these cases, you know what I mean? And
Right, Mark?
that was a million dollar question, wasn't it? Eve, you been thinking the same? See, there's a lot of people, but people's afraid because I think it was Robin in here that got attacked and kicked out earlier of a chat because she didn't agree with them. It's like, no, you don't have to agree at all. You don't. But let's be respectful because trust me, I can get hillbilly as fuck. I get them vibes too, Robin, not gonna lie. Especially Chris, not gonna lie. Seth, I don't know. But the charges might have been dropped, but it don't mean it didn't happen.
Right.
It's not cool. I agree, Unearth. It's animated. It's okay, Island. I'll watch it. Absolutely. They all three failed that baby in some form or another. No matter how you want to look at it, all three of them did.
Yep.
Now, if Nina was on here still, like Seth is and all that, yeah, I would include her in this, but I'm not because she is the only one I do believe.
Right.
I don't like how she was treated. I do not like that. You see where I'm coming from with that, though, Megs? Where he just left panel and there she was by herself for 2 hours?
I do, but I am also being a young kid. Like, did he feel awkward? I mean, maybe he shouldn't have had her on his panel.
I mean,
if
Nina
he
did
wasn't
reach out to
comfortable
him. You know what I mean? He didn't reach out to
Yeah.
her. But
I think it
still,
was just,
I would have at least sat there, even if I didn't say a word. I wouldn't have left the panel.
yeah, I get what you're saying.
Because I just think it's all about money for them. Because after that interview, it was like, go watch the interview here. Go watch it here. No, it's like, ugh.
The reason why I don't think that with Trev though is because he did
Hey,
donate
Bear.
for Summer's, reward fund and stuff.
Everybody starts out good, honey. The tragedy pimps all start out good. I love Bullhorn
Yeah.
Betty when she started out on the laundries.
Oh no, nope, not me. Not
I
ever.
did. I did.
Not
At the
ever.
laundries, but that's before I knew her. I didn't know nothing about her. She done a good job at the laundries. She did. But then she
I
got a
just-
taste of that money and it was over. They get a taste of that moolah and bye-bye. Just like, Sebastian's their new cash cow, and it's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, Unearth, but I think she's just held her story in out of fear and trying to protect her
Yeah.
kids and herself for so long.
Yeah,
And
she's still fighting
that
for
was
her
the
baby.
first time that she was able to get all that out. You know what I'm saying?
Right, Sonia? I agree. It's sad.
You think Chris made him wear pull-ups? I do too. Well, I don't know. I think at his mom and stepdad's, he probably did wet the bed because of his past. And I think at Seth's, he probably was more comfortable if he didn't have to have pull-ups. I hear fucking grocery store bells.
No, it's just it's just the bells
Glenview,
for
I don't
here.
think
Oh,
I don't think that Glenview. I don't feel that Nina or someone in her family took
you're a
us back.
country hillbilly too, right? That's what I'm saying. I am too. You know,
Running there.
I believe Nina too, Alan. I do.
Oh yeah, I believe her too. I wish
100%. I
some of the
believe her,
stuff wasn't
and I think
out
there's a
yet.
lot more that we don't know that happened that she didn't get to think about. You know, to say at that time.
That's true. Yeah.
Your hubby was in here.
Yeah,
Was
he
he?
won't know where his wife is. He said, "I come here, my wife ain't even on her own channel."
Is that what he said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I said she's behind the wall.
Oh.
She's hearing voices.
That's his $1 million question. Yep.
Tammy Barnes again.
Actually working, babe.
Right, Robin. It's the
Oh, there you
fact
go.
from the fiction. Like, what's real and what's not, man. Like I said, Nina's the only one I believe right now.
Yeah.
Fucking cigarette keeps going out.
Bye, Cher.
Yeah, I know. There's absolutely a lot she didn't tell us. But I'm glad she got to get that out. And I hope she's safe. And I say she is because she done the right thing. She told her story. She learned when to use her voice. You know, she used it at a time for Sebastian and herself. She's seen this as a way. And maybe she don't have to deal with Chris ever fucking again. Maybe her and Faith and her other kids can live a life and never have to see that monster again.
I mean, think of how scared Faith is. This kid comes up
Right?
missing and she's
6
gonna
years
go see her
old.
dad. Come
6
on.
years old. All the way across the country because she lives in New Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nina's been through a lot. They failed her.
I can't imagine what she's thinking. That could have been her kid, you know?
I don't know, Glenview. Why would he? I don't know. I've not said that he would cover for Katie. Why would he? You tell me.
Why would you think
Why would you say that?
Nina would do it? That's the same one that asked if Nina's family or Nina did it.
Oh, no, Nina didn't do this. She would not do that.
No, I know.
No. If she knew where Sebastian was, she would already told. I guarantee it. Okay, what does Fairy Floss say here? There, let's see. Right. I think, yeah, she knew that. She felt safe to tell her story, and I'm so proud of her. I am. That's what I said. She learned to use her voice. You know, she used it when it mattered and when it was impactful. And Nina married Chris. Yep.
And she only did a one and done. She didn't keep it going and do
But
a
you just don't
freaking
say, hey,
tour.
this is a narcissist.
Yeah.
Let me jump his bones, you know?
Which is more
It don't work like
powerful.
that.
Yeah.
Because you don't, a narcissist is not going to tell you you're a narcissist. If you've never been one, you don't know what to look for. And now I can smell motherfuckers a mile away.
Yep.
That was the first thing I noticed about Chris. He's a narcissist from hell.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that Seth ain't. He could be a covert. And, only the people close to him know that.
Mm. Yeah, because he's
No
good at
update, Fun and Bear.
controlling it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like Chris, he doesn't care. He knows he's putting out there. He's not trying to at all wear a mask. We all can very clearly
He didn't
see
try to
what kind
defend
of
himself or
monster
nothing.
he is.
He's like, it's out
No,
there. I am what I am,
but
you know.
yeah, he's an
They are so
asshole and
charming
he
in the
knows.
beginning. The love bombing. Yep. They promise you the world and they buy you anything you want. They do this. They wait on you hand and foot. And then once they know they got you, here comes that mask. And it gets very, very dark and nasty and horrible.
Mm-hmm. Nina married Chris. Yep. She stayed with him
It's
and
called a
got
trauma
pregnant.
bond.
That's not fair.
That's not fair.
No, don't do that. That's not fair.
And Earth,
No.
I'm so glad that you don't understand
No.
what a trauma bond and being with a narcissist is. I'm
Yeah.
glad you don't understand that pain.
For real, because that comment is actually very, that's fucked up, actually, to be honest. That's not
It
fair.
took me 6 years to break that trauma bond. It's hard.
That's not fair.
Wow.
Well, anyways, I have to close the store down in 15 minutes, so I've got a bunch of stuff I have to focus on. But thank you for running the show tonight,
Sarah, we
sis.
will take our payroll. Me and Megs will, since we run the show here. We keep our panel.
Right?
You wanted me to do this by myself? Oh my
I
gosh.
will send you $1 million.
You better be glad I had all this emotions to get out, because I would have just been asleep by now. Because I took my meds right before I came up here.
Did you? Okay, I'm gonna
Yes.
rewatch. I'm gonna look at the chat after you guys, and I'll be live again tomorrow paying attention. I don't
Unearth,
work
if you've
again till
been there,
Monday.
honey, then you should understand Nina.
Yeah,
mean, I'm
that's a
not
fucked
trying to
up
be
comment
mean.
for someone who's been there.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it
but
is.
it is.
Victims and survivors don't say that about victims and survivors.
No, that definitely is a victim shaming comment. But on that note,
but you have every right to be disappointed. You do, Unearth. You do. That's
you can.
how
Yeah,
you feel.
I'm disappointed too, and I'm disappointed in her too. I am. And she probably is disappointed in herself as well.
Thank you, Alan. You don't
right,
know.
love you guys.
You have no clue.
I love you guys. I'm going to get off of here. I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. I hate every one of you in chat except for like 3 of you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.